Well, hello. Today I'm going to talk about Catholicism in the Philippines. And first thing is, of course, is if you don't know, Philippines is a Catholic country, and they're a very, very extremely strict Catholic country. Now, for example, and this is the truth, if your child is not Christian, or if you don't have record of your child, proof of your child being Christian, they cannot go to school here in the Philippines. So you come here, you get married, you have a child, and you have funny feeling about the Catholic faith or Christian your child, keep that in mind. Your child cannot go to school. They don't have record of being Christian. That's the first thing. Second thing, and this is a biggie as well. This gets a lot of people in a lot of situations, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment, and I've been coming here back and forth since 91. And I'm going to tell you, I've seen it since 1991, 1992. Well, anyway, seen it many, many times. I was in the Marine Corps. After I got Marine Corps, years and years, I have seen this happen. And what it is a person will meet a Filipina woman, lady meet a Filipino man, get in a serious relationship online or whatever. They come over here, they visit each other and fall in love. And then they start the process to get married. And guess what happens? They find out that their Filipino is already married. And the thing is there is no divorce in the Catholic faith. So that means there is no divorce in the Philippines. Now they do have annulments, which is an extremely expensive process and difficult. There are not many successful annulments. And the longer a person is married, the more difficult, virtually impossible to get an annulment. It's not easy. It doesn't happen often. And you can spend a lot of money and then still end up not annulled. It just, Now you will meet online a lot of people that might meet a Filipino or something. You might meet someone online from the Philippines and they'll say that they're divorced. It's not the case. Now, in spirit, they may be divorced. Now, what happens a lot here in the Philippines is people will not live together anymore. They'll break up and have completely separate lives. They'll find different spouses, or I mean, not spouses, but different partners, people to live with. They have children with other people. They move on. They have completely different lives, but legally on paper, they are still married. Okay. So if you meet someone from this country, a native of this country, and they're saying they're divorced, no. So leave them, start going through the expense of trying to get them paperwork and stuff like that to go ahead and get married. But you're going to find out very soon, very quickly, because that's one of the very first steps that the Philippine, if you plan to get married here, that's the first step the Philippine government wants. And if you plan on taking them back to the States, that's the first step the embassy wants. You got to remember, the embassy is very familiar with this stuff too. So that's one of the first things they're going to ask you is to have pop out that certificate. Well, they call it a Sino Mars for short, but it's a certificate of no marriage, meaning that you have to show that that Filipino, that you're going to, that Filipina, a Filipino that you're going to marry is not married. That's the very first thing they ask for. But you got to be grateful for this because it can save you a lot of money and a lot of heartbreak. But you are probably going to be heartbroken once you find out. And I'm going back to when I was in the Marines. And now, I saw a lot of guys fall in love with some Filipino women. And they get excited, get pumped up about bringing it to the States, getting married. And they're shattered because they found out the woman was already married. That's it. End of story. Their only option. Now, if you still want to stay with the you're Filipino native, if you find this out, your only option is to live here in the Philippines. And like I said, just live. That's the only thing you can do. You can't marry them. You just have to live here together. It's the only thing you can do. And that's why you'll see a lot of YouTubers here in the Philippines. They're not actually married to their Filipino, but they live. They're not married to them, but they have a full life. They got kids. They got everything. But they're not legally married. Now there are quite a few that are legally married. I mean, I have my fiance. She's clean. She's got her certificate, no marriage. We have a child together. I'm fully legally divorced from the U.S. Our stuff is clean. We're ready. Everything's in order. There's a lot of people don't have this stuff in order, and they're gonna hide it from you, and they're not gonna tell you until they think you've fallen in love with them and won't leave them. Then they'll tell you. They may not ever tell you until you get to. You might not find out till you get to the embassy when you start your paperwork. So keep that in mind. If you're chatting with someone or getting to meet someone, and they tell you if they're from this country, and they tell you the divorce. Okay. Now, if they went to another country and got married, they got a fiance visa and went to another country, like let's say they got a fiance visa here, went to the U.S. or Australia or somewhere in Europe or whatever, and got married, and then they don't got divorced. Now that's clean because they did not get married here. But if they got married in this country, if they got married in the Philippines, there is no divorce. Okay, so I wanted to bring that point home because so many people have gotten shattered by that one thing. I know someone, I have a friend that chatted to one for a long time, planning to meet and everything, and just by conversation, it had come up. I was just chatting with him. I didn't mean to do it, but it just came up by chance that I had told him that there's no divorce in the Philippines. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Uh-oh." She told me she was divorced. I was like, "Oh, lickety split. Cat's out of the bag." So I don't know what's become of them, but now he knows. So that's about it for now. My fiance and my son and us, we have a good time here in the Philippines. I'm excited about getting married because I'm ready to get her paperwork so she can come live with, we can start our life in the United States of America because I am a red-blooded American. I do love the Philippines. It's a wonderful place, wonderful people, wonderful weather, everything, but I love the USA. Love it to death. And I'm ready and excited to show off my beautiful new wife and our beautiful baby boy to everybody back home. And a lot of people are excited to meet her. So, she's 20 years my junior. So a lot of people excited, and like I said, I'm just excited to show her off. I love showing her off. So, very beautiful woman, and we have a super gorgeous son, very handsome. So, I'm very fortunate. Now, the former spouse, she's from Japan, and we're divorced, but we divorced on good terms. We get along just fine. I have 4 beautiful children with her, and they're all full adults, and they're all doing well. So, I'm lucky on that part that me and my former spouse, we don't have no animosity towards each other. Our children still love us both, and they're all doing well. I'm very fortunate for that, and I'm very fortunate to have my new son and new fiance. Life is good. Also, I've told you many times, I'm on the deferred resignation program. I'm on President Trump's deferred resignation program until 31 December. So soon I'll be going back to the States to tie up my final loose ends, do a few things, make sure my taxes are straight. Then I'll be coming back here for a long time. And I will be posting more videos. I'm just starting to get used to everything. Like, this is my first live stream. I'm getting everything down to a science. But once I get all my affairs in order back home, We'll be coming right back here, staying for a while, and then we'll finally get married, jump the broom, whatever you want to call it. And I'll start getting her green card so I can go ahead and we can haul butt and get back onto the U.S. And another thing I wanted to go over is health. I'm always saying this in all my videos, a lot of my videos, because my father died 60 years old of cancer. He had cancer. And my brother, he died at 48 and he had a hypertensive issue. Yeah, and what I'm trying to say is if you do decide to come to the Philippines, please make sure that you have your physicals, your annual checkups and stuff in order, and you save money to, if you have to, save money to make sure you go home to the States every year and get your checkups uh, as you should. Like me, for example, that's another reason I'm going home. I have all my checkups, my dental, my eye exam, my medical physical, my physical, all that scheduled within 3 days of each other. So I can knock them all out at the same time. I don't miss, I don't play around with that. And don't you either. Young, old, don't play around with it, because I'm gonna tell you how medicine is now, the blood test now. They can pick up anything quickly and early. And the earlier you catch it, the better chances of survival. They can make it almost like it never happened. They can catch it early and give you medicine or tell you whatever you have to do, and boom, and knock it out, and it's gone, vanished like it never happened. But unfortunately, there are people, you can look all over YouTube. You'll see guys on YouTube, they're here in the Philippines, in Vietnam, Cambodia, Korea, Japan, wherever, having the time of their life, living it up and everything. And then the next thing you know, somebody's posting that they passed away. And a lot of it, they're passing away from simple things. Like I said, my father, 60 years old, if he had kept up with his checkups, he could have caught his cancer early. He'd probably still be here. But he didn't. And what they say about cancer is true. Once you feel it, it's too late. It's a wrap. You might as well go ahead and schedule hospice. That's the truth. But if they catch it early, you get your annual checkups and they catch you with the blood test and stuff, they can knock it out and be gone. But if you wait until you start feeling something, it's too late. You're going to go to the doctor and there's going to be some bad news for you. So please don't put yourself in that boat. Like I said, you can go all over YouTube and you see guys overseas all the time posting videos, having the time of their life, and then boom, they're gone. All because they did not get the checkups. My brother, same thing, 48 years old. Had he taken one pill, he'd still be here. So that's why I'm always telling you to please make sure that you have your medical care in place if you plan to stay here. Budget for it. Make sure you don't miss anything. Follow your doctor's instructions. That's about it. Just wanted to talk about that a little bit today. I do love the Philippines. It's a wonderful place. Many islands to choose to go visit. You can have a beautiful partner to go see the places with. Wonderful food, beautiful people, always smiling and laughing and happy and stuff like that. You can have a wonderful time here. There's only one place, Mindanao, where you have to be careful. Just before you go, just check with the local, well, go to law enforcement website and just check and they'll tell you if there are any hot spots there. They have it under control there, but they're just a chance that something could happen. All the other islands perfectly safe. Just Mindanao, just make sure you check the Philippine law enforcement or military website about Mindanao before you go. But other than that, you can have the time of your life, perfectly safe. People speak English like back home. So that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Take care.